If we could all just act on the information that we've already consumed, we would be rich and successful and billionaires and yachts and women and everything. But we haven't. And to an extent, it's not our fault. Now, we have autonomy. We know that. We are able to act somewhat autonomously. Of course, that there are rules in our system. There's the government. There's, if you're a teenager, there's your household. There are these guidelines that you have to stick to. But to a large extent, you're able to do what you want to do. And over the years, if you've been on YouTube at all, if you've consumed any self-help content, you probably know at least what behaviors you should be acting upon in order to be successful. So everyone's watched David Goggins. Everyone's seen that video of him saying, carry the oats and the logs. And, what he's saying there isn't necessarily to go carry the boats and logs. It's the work ethic behind it. And he even says not everyone is supposed to be a Navy SEAL. But he's like, have a good work ethic. The same as Andrew Tate. And I'm blanking on others right now. But there is this work ethic that people say you should have. And a lot of people probably do have that work ethic in their work. When I go out and I work like a job, when I go out, I do snow removal, I can do really well with that, but I don't carry that over into my business a lot of the time because, here's what I think, because I haven't fixed this for myself, but here's what I think. I think the reason that I don't carry this hard work ethic, the hardcore get it done, I do it no matter what, is because I don't know what to do. When I go out to do a snow shoveling job, I've got A, B, C, D to get done. I've got Terrence, I've got Dusty, I've got Lawrence. I've got these clients that need to be done, and it's goals and it's goal markers, and I have a deadline. So I've got 3 jobs, and they need to be done by 12 p.m. today, and if I don't get that done, then they'll be mad at me, right? So there's action steps, there's a deadline, and there's stuff to get done. So I can have a good work ethic in that. But it doesn't carry over to my business, because, just taking an average day, if I have a completely free day, this is on average what it looks like. I'll wake up around 7 o'clock, then I'll go and I'll drink that till have a little bit of read the newspaper, drink some coffee, and then go to the gym at around 7:30. I get back around 8:30, and then from 8:30 to 12, I do school, and then by then I'm done my school. And now I have from 12 to 5, because I've got stuff in the evening that I have to do. I've got from 12 to 5 to do work, to go on my computer, right there, and I'm able to go on my computer and be productive. But so often I'm not, because I'm lacking, 1, the deadline, because 5 is tentative. I could go longer, I could go shorter. I'm lacking the deadline. I'm lacking the goal. So what am I getting done? I know that for my snow shoveling, I have to do Dusty, Terrence, and Lawrence, but for my work, I could go, for example, today, literally, the screen I have on right now, that is an audiobook converter. It's an amazing one. It's on Pinocchio. But it takes text and it makes you an audiobook file. Mine actually errored. And that's useful, and it's something I need to do for school, but I did that during work hours, and that's not necessarily what I should be focusing on. And I know this. I've consumed the content that tells me I shouldn't do this, and I should have goals, and I should do this, but I don't have the action behind it. And to be quite honest, I don't know how to stay consistent with it for a long period of time. I am able to have short, very productive bursts of energy where it's like, go, and I'll get stuff done and I'll be what I consider to be productive. But then I'll have these long times where I'm unproductive and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm kind of willy-nilly going here and there, and I don't know what I'm doing. And I hate saying and. I keep saying and. This conversation is kind of crap, but I'll post it anyways. The only thing that has helped me stay consistent is doing the same thing every day. So whenever I try to be productive, I go down this rabbit hole of installing apps, of going on my computer, tracking my time, doing this, doing that, but it's all adding new things. The only times I've ever actually found myself productive is when every single day I've done the exact same thing over and over again. It's a while now, but at one point I was doing around 100 to 200 cold calls a day, and I did that for 3 months. And every day I felt like I wasn't making a ton of progress. I was crap at cold calling, but I felt like I was making progress towards a goal. And for this is just to show you exactly what I mean. So in a normal unproductive day, I have no deadline, no goal, etc. On a cold calling day, I have cold calling hours. I can call from 8 to 5, possibly longer, but those are what I set in place. 8 to 5, I've got to make 200 cold calls. Those cold calls take on average 3 hours, and I've got to get it done today. And I had to do that every day. And so those days, I would actually feel what we consider to be productive because I had something to do. I had a goal that I was focusing towards, and I didn't change it for 3 months. That's the key. I think that's the key. If we're doing something, if we just keep installing apps to fix our productivity, we're never really gonna be productive because we keep adding new variables, and in order to stabilize, we actually need to not do that. So in summary, I know this video, I want to get a little more concise with speaking and make points better, but I kind of want to post this video just to see myself in a couple years. But in summary, the main thing that you have to do in order to push towards that productive day, I think, is really just choosing one thing and doing that thing over and over and over again until you are really good at it and it becomes mindless. So that's going to be the end of this video.